Oh, so you thought playing the needy puppy card tail wagging for someone who doesn't even glance your way would score you love, respect, maybe a scrap of attention? Adorable. I almost shed a tear. Almost. But let me lay it out for you with the finesse of a mule kick. The more you grovel, the less you're worth. Zilch. Nothing. You couldn't even snag a bargain bin deal on shattered self-esteem. You really think standing there, glued to your phone like it's about to deliver a miracle, is gonna flip the script? Snap out of it, sweetheart. She's already flipped the page, and you're still scrambling to be the fine print at the bottom. Every time you over-explain, beg, cry, or pull the "look how much I care" routine, she doesn't just brush it off, she's laughing. And if she's not laughing, she's ignoring you with the skill of a pro who's been at it forever. Maybe even rolling her eyes, because nothing's less appealing than a guy who lays himself out like an emotional doormat. But hold up. Here's the juicy bit, if you can call it that. Revenge is real. Not the loud kind with yelling, essay-long texts, or flowers with a sappy note. It's the quiet kind. The vanishing act. Yanking the spotlight she used your pain to bask in. Want to hit her where it hurts? Disappear. Turn into a silence so awkward it sets her ego on fire. And the best part? The day she clocks that you've quit trying, she'll be like, "Wait, where's my biggest fan?" Yep, gone. Took the stage, the crowd, the whole damn show with him. A real man doesn't need to scream. He just fades out with style, no fuss, no heads up. Leaves nothing but a void. And let me tell you, that void stings. Way more than some half-baked "I love you." She never returned. Now, before you start thinking you've earned this wisdom without lifting a finger, let's make a deal. Hit that like button, subscribe, drop a gratitude in the comments. Not for me, for the algorithm, okay? Love Whisperer. And help this wake-up call smack more folks who still think love's won by kissing the ground someone walks on. Enough soap opera vibes. Time for a reality gut punch. Ready? Doubt it. Here we go anyway. Number 1. Why coldness cuts deeper than straight-up criticism. Or how to zip it and let silence do the heavy lifting. Oh, men. Still convinced that to be taken seriously, they've got to roll out the big guns long texts, speeches, emotional slide decks, break-up TED Talks. They're dead set that if they yap enough, she'll pause, ponder, and go, "Wow, he's got a point. What a guy." Newsflash, she won't. Want to know what a real man figures out after eating enough dirt to know the floor by heart? Coldness isn't about being heartless. It's about keeping your cool. And guess what slices through the ego of a woman who thrived on your daily devotion? Silence, ghosting, an emotional black hole. Because when you're yelling, she's still got an audience. When you're slamming her, she's got a platform. And when you're debating, you're just tossing fuel on her drama bonfire. Criticism, no matter how sharp, still screams you care. It's like waving a flag that says, "Hey, you've still got a hold on me." Then she drags you into her emotional coliseum, plays the victim card, and turns it into a circus with you as the clown. But when you go quiet, when you go quiet, she feels it. Deep. That ego of hers, strutting around on your attention, starts tripping over itself. No crowd, no cheers, no spotlight. The diva of the show realizes the curtains dropped. No warning, just lights out. Silence is savage, not because it roars, but because it says everything by saying nothing. It's the deluxe edition of "You're not worth my time." Disregard, buddy, is the emotional equivalent of an empire crumbling. You're not just dipping out, you're wiping her off the map. No monologue, no guilt trips, no fake tears can outlast that. Coldness kills slow, like a poison that doesn't let you scream. And the kicker? You don't have to justify a thing. No sob story live streams, no proving your case. Just shut off the attention faucet and let her choke on the dust. Craving emotional freedom? Here's your ticket. Coldness, disregard, precision silence. When someone's still munching on your misery, the toughest move is to stop bleeding. You ready to ditch the stage and kill the lights? Number 2, the reaction cycle. How she feeds off your pain. Or how to quit being her ego's delivery boy and shut down the humiliation store. Every time you flip out, you're handing her a treat. Not chocolates, not roses, not some fancy dinner where you swallow your pride while she digs into the entree. Worse, You're serving up an emotional goodie, a delicacy, a 5-star boost for her ego. And trust me, an ego used to being the sun in everyone's orbit never says no to a snack. You lose it? Nice one. She's just confirmed you're still tucked in her back pocket. You fire off a mile-long text defending yourself. Sweet, she knows you're still her emotional lapdog. You grovel, spilling how much she means to you. Jackpot. She's snagging the award for best ego fed by due desperation. Cue the applause. Here's the kicker, though. She might have emotionally dumped you ages ago. Might not even get a flutter when your name pops up. But knowing you're still crawling, oh, that's ego catnip. Turns out a guy's heartbreak is like reality TV. Everyone watches, pretends to care, but secretly they're loving the show. Then comes the plot twist. Stop reacting, and the whole game blows up. The well runs dry. The validation spigot shuts off. The drama's suddenly a snooze fest. Now she's not riding your pain, she's choking on your absence. And that's a gut punch. Pain she can twist, absence she can't touch. It's the silence that rattles her ego's cage. Cue the meltdown. Was she really all that? Where's her fan club? Where's the emotional simp who bawled for her? Poof. Radio silence. That emptiness is torture. She can handle a fight. She's a pro at shady hints. But nothing's a killer. Heads up, though. She'll try to reel you back in. She'll ghost you just to see if you flinch. Fire off a whoops text at 2 a.m. Poke the bear. That reaction cycle's a drug for her and you. Bite the bait, lights out. Emotional rewind. You're back in the shame queue. But if you don't budge, if you stay ice cold, if you skip her little circus, you're the one calling shots. Silence starts asking questions your lips could never pull off, and she'll hear every damn one. Brace yourself. The next step's where most guys crash hard, the one screw-up you can't afford, even when silence is shredding you inside. Curious? You better be. Keep going only if you've got the guts to choke down your pride dry. Let's roll. Number 3. The communication trap. When talking just digs you deeper, or how every "let's talk" turns into a self-inflicted wound. Since you were knee-high, they've hammered it into you. Talking fixes everything. Sit down, explain nice and slow, keep it chill, show some grown-up vibes, and boom, problem solved like some feel-good therapy ad. Take a deep breath, and chuck that garbage out the window, hard. That's the sneakiest emotional trap in today's dating game. Not every chat's a real talk. And get this, not every talk builds a bond. Sometimes that conversation you think's gonna save the day is just you embarrassing yourself on a one-man stage. A sappy solo act trying to sway someone who checked out ages ago, but plays along. Because while you're spilling your guts, you're handing her the keys. Every word's another brick in the shrine where she'll torch your pride. A guy who yammers too much when he's hurting isn't wise. He's wide open in the worst way. Tossing every feeling into the wind, hoping it'll hit her soft spot. Spoiler, it won't. She'll grab your words, chew 'em up, spit 'em out, and twist them to fit her story. And you're left looking like the fool. Again. Real grown-up stuff here isn't fixing it. It's knowing it's not worth fixing. The guy who's worth something, the stone-cold stoic, the one who finally woke up, he doesn't explain. He doesn't grovel for a nod. He watches. He moves. And when it's time, he dips out with swagger. No heads up. Self-respect doesn't need a debate club. If you're justifying every move, unpacking every emotion, proving you're enough.
Congrats! You're begging for a glance from someone who's already written you off.
Someone who values you, feels you even when you're quiet. Someone who loves you gets your absence. But someone who's just eavesdropping for a chance to mess with your head? They get what you're serving from now on, nothing. Zip. A vacuum so tight not even Google Maps could find your dignity on offer again. This silence feels too harsh. It's not mean, it's survival. The armor against the emotional pit where you lost yourself trying to be heard. Face it, if you're over-explaining, you've already lost respect. Hers, and worse, yours. Time's up, King of Heartbreak. Flip the script, or stay the welcome mat for her ego. There's a digital book in the description that'll spell out, step by step, how to slip that emotional leash. Become a challenge. Quit being her ego's trophy and turn into the guy who sets the vibe. No more playing the pity card, scraping by on emotional leftovers. The world doesn't care, it devours. So pick. Be the guy who vanishes and leaves a mark, or the extra in her endless drama. Number 4. The power of zero presence, zero contact, zero reaction. Or how to vanish so hard even the relationship's ghost misses you. Welcome to the endgame of a man's emotional glow-up, the dreaded dazzling zero presence. This ain't some pickup trick, no mind game, and definitely not about making her pine. It's you staring down the mirror and realizing if you're not worth basic respect, the only move left is to bounce. And not just any bounce, we're talking surgical level ghosting. Total emotional wipeout. Listen up, wannabe man of worth. This isn't about disappearing so she'll chase you. That's still desperation in a fancy coat. You're not playing coy, you're claiming freedom. No good morning with a smiley sun. No liking her stories to flex, you're over it. No just checking in. Nope, nope, nope. That's all you fishing for crumbs dressed up as cool. Every slip-up's a neon sign screaming, I'm still here, needy as ever. As long as you're emotionally on tap, she'll never give you props. Respect grows in the dark, in the what's up with him, in the void. That uncertainty's ego poison. She scrolls Instagram, where you at? Gone. Posts bait no bite. Tries to rattle you with silence. You're chilling like she's ancient history. That's when your absence starts yelling louder than all your old pleas combined. Here's where the quitters flop. Zero contact's gotta be airtight. No sneaking peeks at her stories or cracking the door just to show you're good. That's not zero. It's chicken shit presence. Any gap, any blip, trashes the whole deal. You kill the vibe, ruin the magic, and prove you're still hooked on her thumbs up. Zero presence is raw, real, a silent emotional oath. Not a sulk, not petty payback. It's a shield. Shutting down the theater where you wept and she clapped. The longer you hold that line, the clearer it gets who ran the show before, her, and who's boss now, you. A guy who's always around. Wallpaper. A guy who knows when to vanish. Legend. And legends don't holler. They loom in the quiet, in the emptiness, in the fact that when she looks, you're long gone. Buckle up, 'cause the next bit's the prettiest part of this makeover. How to wield that coldness with finesse. Not like some whiny kid out for blood, but proving with every absent step you're not on her level, you're above it. Eyes forward. Let's go. Number 5. Coldness with class. How to show you don't care without looking petty. Or how to be a suave iceberg that freezes egos without breaking a sweat. Well done, you little dignity warrior. You've hit the final tier. Coldness with class. Time to ditch the block, rant, and story shade playbook and step into the big leagues where you're not the tantrum-throwing kid anymore, but the guy who's more feared than missed. No meltdowns here, just poise. Classy coldness isn't that jerk move of slapping "I'm over it" quotes on a sunset pic, hoping she'll feel bad. That's neediness in a wise guy mask. A loud beg for claps. Rule 1. If you're still flexing that you're fine, you're not. Real coldness is hushed, smooth, sharp, not rude, but lethal. You don't yell you're good, you live it. Not to poke her, but because you've leveled up. Maturity doesn't need a crowd, and it stings most when fate tosses you face to face with the one who used to unravel you with a smirk. Right there, in that random run-in, your chill does the work with Swiss watch precision. You don't snub her, that's kid stuff. But you don't grin like a desperate pup either. You're neutral, polite, short. No spark, no warmth, no throwback vibes. Chatting with you now's like hugging a statue. Civil, sure. Cozy, never. That's when her ego starts cracking. The guy who used to drool over scraps now drops a night that might as well be peace out. Classy coldness can't be pegged as spite because, guess what? It's not. It's total emotional detachment, and her spoiled ego's got no playbook for that. No drama, no scene, no texts, just the ghost of what you were. And that ghost haunts. When her ego peers at you and finds no doormat, it freaks. The power she thought she owned vanished, along with the validation she didn't even know she craved. You don't have to lift a finger for this to work. Just dodge the rookie mistake, trying to settle the score. Settling scores means you're still in the game, and you're done playing. You've called it. Now you're the score she can't rewrite. Best part? This ain't even the end game. Next up's the cruelest and fairest twist, when her ego starts shattering from the inside. Ready to watch? It's coming. Number 6. The female ego. Breakdown. When disregard sparks her insecurity. Or how to sit front row as someone who thought they owned you implodes. That pampered female ego living off likes, ghosted texts, and a posse of simps posing as real men is a hot air balloon. Shiny outside, hollow inside. Back when you were down bad, texting morning gorgeous with your soul on a platter, you were the breeze keeping it afloat. Then came the disregard. Icy, wordless, no how-to guide, pop balloons done. At first, she figures you're bluffing. Just a pouty phase. You'll crawl back once she accidentally drops a bikini pic. Your silence, part of the dance. Wrong. Days tick by, nothing. Weeks roll on. You're still MIA, untouchable. That's when the cracks show. Her ego, once puffed up with swagger, starts whispering, "What if he's gone for good?" Cue the crumble, the first fracture. That smug chill starts to shake. "He worshipped me," flips to, "Did he forget me?" "He'd never move on" becomes, "Who's he with now?" The knockout. "I had him" turns to, "I don't even know what he's thinking." Now you're the puzzle, the shadow, the blank. No ego rides that out without a meltdown. What was her turf becomes quicksand. What she could predict goes rogue. She's used to puppeteering like it's nothing, but she's got no moves for a silence that doesn't bend. An absence that's not flexing just done. The cherry on top? She misses you. Don't kid yourself, not you. The throne, the sway, the "I pulled his strings" vibe. But those strings are snipped. She's reaching into thin air, grabbing zilch, feeling it all. That's when she circles back. A "hey stranger," a lame emoji, a stab at restarting like it's all cool. But you're wise now. This ain't love. It's panic in a nostalgia costume. Desperation dolled up as "I get it now." The sweetest bit? You won't be there clapping for her encore. Stage is down. The headliner's on a new gig. No tickets left for her. Number 7, the surprise. Comeback. Why she returns when you're over it. Or how to dodge recycled charm and skip the humiliation rerun. Love's irony is a sick joke. When you're all in, head over heels, ready to climb Everest, she barely blinks. But vanish, become a glitch in her emotional GPS, and bam, she remembers you exist. How touching. You're off the grid. Suddenly rare. Now you're emotional gold. Fair warning, this isn't romance. It's her losing her grip. She starts off acting unbothered. Smiles wider, posts harder, fakes it like your exit didn't faze her. Oscar-worthy stuff. But inside, the loop's relentless. He's not coming back? Did he actually quit? Is he with someone new? Did he get over me? That doubts her gasoline. Cue the subtle moves, a throwback tune on her stories, an oops old pic, a vague caption to jab at your past. No nibble? Here's the hey stranger, masked as missing you. Dreamed of you. Saw something that reminded me. Anything but I'm spiraling without my puppet. This is your trial by fire. The softie, the ex-crawler, fresh off rehab, sees divine intervention. She finally sees my worth. Nope. Champ. She sees you're not feeding her ego anymore. She's starving. That's it. Not a revelation, just withdrawal. Take the bait, and it's game reset. Worse, you're weaker than before. She knows even after the cold shoulder, you'll cave. She's got the reins, just wait you out. That's when most slip back into emotional sidekick mode, thinking they're the star. But the freed man, he doesn't flinch. No blocking, no bitter clapbacks. He's just gone. Absence locked in. No rage ties you. No need to prove jack. What was desperation's now meh? That meh, held tight, is the finisher. She'll return? Sure. Not for love. For the crown she lost. She wants her emotional perch back. But you've memorized this script. Every scene. You know happy endings don't come from looping back to groveling. Next up's the icing, where guys trip, lose it all, and how not to be that guy. Let's roll. Number 8. The fatal slip, when you break silence too early. Or how to trash months of growth with one dumb text. You did the rare thing. Swallowed your ego, your clinginess, your urge to flex, I'm fine, and locked into total silence. A silence that's not dead air, it's groundwork, emotional bricklaying, a self-respect statue. Then, she pops up, drops a hint, tosses a crumb. Your heart's doing flips over your dignity, thinking, maybe this time. Nope, won't happen. Here's the killer mistake, the deal breaker, the slip that turns a phoenix into a flunky, cracking the silence too soon, before you're solid. Before you're past it, before you've stopped caring. Silence isn't a gimmick. It's a flag planted, not to lure her back to rebuild you. Answer too quick and it's all a sham. You're ghosting, a front. You didn't rise, you hid, waiting for her to blink. She catches that, and the spell's toast. What had weight turns laughable. Strength, just a cheap act. She's back on top, 'cause you couldn't hold your own rebuild. You folded. Control's a mirage neediness in disguise. Most guys crack not from love, from panic. Scared she'll really bounce. Like she hasn't already. Like that's the gamble, not the truth. Real talk. She's gone. You're the one who needs to return. To you. Replying thirsty screams, you're still parched. Silence wasn't your call, it was a stakeout. Nothing tanks your stock faster. Test if you're ready. She hits you up, and you don't itch to reply. You glance and keep it moving. Not cocky. Just 'cause you're calm doesn't ride on her say-so. The guy who's mastered silence doesn't crave her green light. He craves space from what shrank him. Still hoping it'll work now? Sorry, bro, you're missing the point. Hang tight. Tough it out. Breathe. What's next isn't her or the hustle, it's you. The next tier's not emotional, it's life itself. Ready to be the man who's never sidelined again? Let's do this! Number 9. Stoic strength. Building the control that crushes drama. Or how to ditch emotional captivity and become an unbreakable wall. Time to get it straight. This ride was never ever about her. Not punishment, not payback, not one-upping. That's for emotional toddlers. This is about you morphing into the guy who doesn't flinch at glances, texts, or quiet. A guy who doesn't need armor. He is the fight. Call it stoicism. Keep twitching like a lab rat to every prod, and anything owns you. A memory unravels you. A blank space freaks you out. Your balance is out there, gripped by whoever snubs you. The stoic man, he's rooted inside. Chaos doesn't bend him, he cuts through. You'll stand on 3 legs, not suggestions bedrock. Don't react, watch! Life's gonna shove you non-stop. Shady texts, timed silences, soap opera head games. You're not the viewer, you're the shot caller. So don't jump like a pup at a squeak. Pause, breathe, scope it. Reacting gives away the wheel. Watching keeps you driving. Skip approval, chase clarity. Still dying to be gotten? For your worth to get a gold star? Your hurt to matter? Grow up. Approval's a leash in sheep's clothing. It binds you, shapes you, makes you their puppet, not your own man. Clarity cuts through. You spot the strings, the traps, the raw deal under the gloss. It stings, sure, but truth builds. Lies just cushion the fall. Prove nothing. Hold your ground. Proving's for the insecure, the already beat, the soul sellers. A man who knows himself doesn't yap, doesn't plead, doesn't flaunt. He just is. That alone socks any bloated ego in the gut. Stoic ice isn't a front, it's steel. Waking up daily with a mission no one can touch. A goal bigger than petty scenes. A rhythm where your time's holy. Your aims, non-negotiable. Your worth, undebatable to you. Quit fishing for your shine in their eyes, and you'll see what counts, your climb. In this you, drama's got no room. Games are static. Manipulation's a flick you skip. You don't shout, text walls, or beg for cred. You exist. That's plenty scary. Gear up. The last step locks it all in. Disregard's not a play anymore, it's who you are. The final cut. The rock-solid man. Here we go. Number 10. Disregard is your vibe, the new manhood. Or how to be the guy who doesn't scrape for scraps, not even to feed someone else's emotional appetite. There's a tipping point. If you've stuck it out this far, props for having a backbone, where disregard stops being a move and becomes you. You're not faking it. You flat out don't care. No show, no scheme. It's growth. And nah, you're not numb, you're bulletproof to shallow souls. New school masculinity isn't the chest-thumping bro or the sob-story sensitive guy on Insta. It's picky, it's solid, it's locked against emotional nonsense. Today's strong man doesn't block out love, he blocks out toxic loops and relationships built on mind games, ego trips, and power plays. Disregard here isn't grudge fuel, it's self-love, it's backbone. The smooth nope that guards your juice from anyone thinking a flirty pic and a wink can own you. When disregards your groove, you don't spar with egos. You don't fire back at jabs with emotional novels. Ghosting, silence, weak excuses don't faze you. You clock it. Get the game and walk. Easy. No noise, no defense, no scars. And what happens when you're this guy? You're the outlier. The world's drowning in thirsty dudes, itching for a nod, trading pride for a fake hug. Then there's you, rare, hushed, steady. The man who doesn't need a mic to stand out, who pops because he's not scrambling to prove squat. This man doesn't pull with loudness, he pulls with quiet. His chill outshouts the needy, I love yous. His zero-need vibe is the loudest presence. It sticks, it hits, it earns respect. The beauty? You don't have to vanish anymore. Just being you says it all. Your stance is a slap, your no reaction's a reply, your silence a ruling. You're the man the world watches quiet. Some try to crack, others try to reel back, but none can steer. You're the standard now, not the oddball. Disregard's not a mood, it's you. Journey's done, you're not chasing anymore. You're the one they can't catch, and almost no one does. Wrap up. No need to rig a grand exit. No slamming doors, shredding notes, or blasting tough guy tracks on stories. A man who's cracked the code doesn't bow out loud, he slips away clean. Real revenge doesn't yap, it hushes. And that hush isn't hollow, it's a billboard, pure disregard. When you fade from someone who thought they had you leashed, she doesn't miss you, she panics. Losing you didn't sting, losing the reins did. And when control slips from a narcissist's grip, it's an identity meltdown. No quip or selfie pout can patch that. Absence is untouchable. No comeback beats it. No retort cracks the power of nothing. You don't reply, don't show, don't hint. And that roars. Louder than any 2 a.m. sob text you ever drafted. When the ghost of your old self echoes off the walls of the hole she dug, it clicks. Too late. You're not waiting for her signal. You're not hard to snag. You're out of reach. By choice. By growth. By self-worth. In a sea of desperate dudes, you're the rarity. That's freaky. You're not the WhatsApp weepy pleading for round 2. You're the one she pictures but can't touch. Disregard was your mic drop. Silence was your stamp. And that stamp's final no edits needed. It cuts emotional ties with a dot. So, no BS, answer this. Ever wielded disregard as your comeback? Or you still in clown mode, typing novels to someone who's already filed you away? Drop it below. Let's sift the ones who get it from the ones still crawling.